Welcome back. This is your president of Kenya. I am excited to tell you guys, if you guys watched the last video, you know we are now building a treasury. We got $1.2 billion in our treasury. We are paying down the debt. We are taking care of business. We have a huge excess. I'm very, very happy on where this great nation of Kenya is today. I can't say that it's all because of me. I have to give credit where credit is due. The credit needs to go to my team of Congress. Let's sit back, enjoy, look at them, and give them a round of applause. Thank you guys. Thank you for all your hard work. Alright, let's get down to brass tacks. We need to continue to... Let's check out inflation. I have not... Inflation is on the rise. So, we need to be very careful when it comes to building up the growth anymore. What is it at the moment? It's at 252. Not very good. We can still add more growth because of the fact that we're only at 2%. Not very good. Not really worried about it too much. Crime was going crazy in the country, and it still is. It's still on a rise. Now, we've already did a couple implications. We have invested a little bit more into like highway patrol. Maybe we need to get into the drug and task force, but we don't really have a whole lot of drugs in our country. This is not a very bad rating. This is a very low rating. So not a lot of people are on drugs. People are just, I guess, out there killing each other. It really all started when I eliminated a sector which was a voodoo religion. I completely took them out because all they did is gave me trouble. They constantly did riots, they constantly protest, and then even when I kicked them out, they were just a nightmare to deal with. I mean, I actually had to hire more agents in order to get them out. I think I was down to like 1,000 or maybe even 500. I was very low, and I actually had to turn around and hire more people to get them out. And they weren't very strong, but I tell you what, they fought until the very end. They fought up until, I mean, I think they only had like 12 or maybe 3,000 people. I don't really remember. So they weren't very strong, but I tell you what, they were not going away for the life of me. I was fighting, but my agents kept on getting caught, getting seen. I couldn't sneak up on them. It really sucked. So I'm glad that they're out of my country. We can focus on continually making it better. If you guys have been watching my videos, you guys know that I started a series out in Pakistan. I had a request on someone wanting me to play Pakistan, so I have granted that request. I became the president of the great nation of Pakistan. With that being said, I will be doing another series out in Germany. I got a request, and someone wants me to build the Germany Empire. So I am going to build the Germany Empire from like 1915. So if you guys go on Google, do some research, I am going to build that German Empire again. I will be invading, be doing some more, a lot of war when I do the Germany Empire. They were extremely big, very powerful. They took out a lot of the Poland. Most of it was this region. This region was all under the Germany's control. This was one of the cities, but unfortunately, in order to take this city, to make that Germany Empire, I have to take the whole region, most likely. I'm going to try to excuse me, I'm going to try to just steal the city, but I will, I don't know if that will be successful, but this whole region will get took, this region, and then even Russia. I am also considering, let me pause this, I got a lot going on. I'm also considering on going to war with China. And guys, if you're just tuning in, this is all the Germany playthrough. Where is it? It's not the Shanghai province. I think it's Shandu. So I'm considering on, when I do the Germany, considering on taking over this city, because Germany at that time in 1915 actually leased the land. So they actually colonized it, but then they turned around and basically was giving it back to the Chinese, and they leased the land for X amount of time, and then when that time was up, they gave it back. So I don't know if I'm actually gonna mess with China in that series, but they have a lot of colonized countries in Africa that I'm gonna have to colonize. So tune in when I do the Germany. It's going to be a very long series. It's going to be a very fun series. Same as Kenya. Kenya is going to be a very long series, and Pakistan. So I will be doing 3 different series. So stay tuned to my channel. It's going to get busy. Now, back to the news of Kenya. Now, since we built the treasury, the one thing I do want Kenya to have is I want them to have a very strong army. I want them to be the best nation in Africa. That is the goal of this series of Kenya. I want them to be the strongest and the richest. So I'm gonna be here for a long time. I mean, I have to take over Nigeria. I mean, I'm not gonna invade them or nothing, but I have to outperform their GDP. Their GDP is very strong. They have a very high unemployment rate. So I mean, if they just fix that alone, and their inflation's extremely low, so if they just fix their unemployment problem, their growth would skyrocket. So I'm on an uphill battle when it comes to it. They also have less debt than I do, and they pay their citizens more than I do. There's a lot that Nigeria is doing 100 times better than me. But I will be a nuclear power. I will have tons of military weapons. I will have a presence around the world. Those are all things I want Kenya to be on the map. Kenya will be recognized by the other big nations in the world as a great power. That is the goal. It will happen. We will be the most powerfulest country in Africa, hands down. Politically, financially, military, every aspect.
Good morning.
So let's take this meeting with Maui. They want me to sell them weapons. Absolutely will. Let's do it for a year. 18, perfect. They already know the business. If you want to buy my weapons, you better pay me. They already know. I don't even have to negotiate with her. She already knows. That's why we're going to make that deal happen. Okay. Global warming is a big deal to the citizens of Kenya. So we will consistently try to improve the global warming aspect. Now, I don't want to spend too much money. Now, 30 million out of the 1.2 billion dollars that we have in our treasury isn't a big hit against us. But that treasury also increases interest. So as it increases interest, so I will never spend all of it. So as it's increasing the interest and everything else, I will slowly upgrade certain things without actually wasting all my money. Sorry, I had a brain fart. So like schools and everything else, that's all comes out of your treasury. I will get that going. I am going to be very, very aggressive in research. Research is one thing in no matter what country you're playing, you have to have research. It is absolute must.
On behalf of the children of your country, we thank you for contributing to the
You're
abolition
welcome.
of corporal punishment.
You're absolutely
Now,
welcome.
positive and non-violent methods will be used to discipline children. Undoubtedly, this indicates an evolution of rights in our nation.
You're right. We did abolish it. We do not allow punishment of our children. We do not believe in violence in this great nation of Kenya. If you guys don't know, Kenya actually created the phrase Kuna Matata. Kuna Matata. I ain't got no worries. The Lion King. Come on, guys. You guys know this. Known for African safaris. Known for tourism. Beautiful country. It is mostly a Christian country, but it does have a lot of Muslim down in the Mombasa area and all the way up, and that's most of it is because of Somalia. And there's a lot of Somalia people in the Mombasa area and everything else. But absolutely great country, great for tourism. And I actually make tons of money off of the tourism. If we want to actually take a look at her, oh, this ain't right. This isn't right. There's a glitch going on right now. Yep, told you guys. So GDP of active activity in the actual country is 2.5. That's tremendous. That's a lot of money coming towards us. Income tax, 3%, guys. 3% is coming back to my budget. That's insane. That is insane. We are very happy with that sector. It's doing extremely well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. All right. Industry, iron is going out. It's only $26 million. Not that big of a deal, but we will renew that contract. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, it was the 28th. So we will change it for the 1st. We will meet up with Chubby Cheeks. I mean Kim Jong-un. Alright. We have an unfavorable change in United Kingdom. I don't care about them. Now one thing people have asked, why don't I want to go to war in Kenya? Why build up a military if I don't plan on going to war? Well, there's a couple factors. With military power and might, it brings in political dominance over other places. So like if I met up with China, or if I met up with India or Russia, America, they won't really consider me very powerful. They won't really look at my country like they do the rest of the world, or like Europe. You know, like Europe is extremely, you know, they're rich, you know, 1.8, you know, United Kingdom, but they all have very good technology. They all have tremendous amount of power when it comes to the military, and that is what I'm gonna replicate. I want to be a powerful country, a powerful nation, and that's what we're gonna do. We are known in the world for our athletes on running. Running is a huge thing in Kenya, and we are going to win the Olympics. That is the goal. I want to win the Olympics. I think that'd be pretty cool. Kenya will be one of the nations that once you guys actually get bored, I will continue to play off camera. Kenya will be one of those countries.
Sure.
Now, like the series for like Pakistan that I'm doing, series for like Germany that I'm going to start very quickly. Those series will end after a certain amount of like things I've accomplished. So, but Kenya is never going to end. I love playing this game. I love being the president of this country. It's my number one country I love to play. I've done so many different things in the country, but it's not the easiest country to actually truly play. They don't have a lot of natural resources, so it's a harder country to play. Any country that has like oil or natural resources like iron, coal, and copper, natural resources, guys. Any country that has that, you can pretty much pull out of any deficit, and you can be very strong in a lot of ways because you can dominate. The other cool thing to do when you are not a nation of all that stuff, try to monopolize the industries that you actually have and be the biggest producer of that. So like for instance, Kenya is known for tea. Sorry, my kid was looking in the window. She's outside playing and she started looking in the window. So Kenya is known for tea. In real life, I mean, they're one of the biggest exporters in the world. They have great tea. They call it chai if no one knows. Anyone who's from Pakistan would know, or India, they definitely will know. It's absolutely one of the greatest teas to ever have. People in Europe even might know, but they like the green tea out there. You know, they're more on the green tea. But chai is more of a milk tea. That's how the Kenyan people actually make it. It's absolutely incredible. Hang on, guys. Just a second. 2:47. Sorry about that, guys. People are bugging me. All right. So the whole point of the story is, if your country does not produce a lot of, let's pause this here. If your country does not produce a lot of big items, like natural resources, what you can actually try to do is, like for instance, Kenya has tons of tea. Global share is 6%. 6% around the world. Okay, so if we look at the world information here, who else has a bigger presence when it comes to tea? China, India, and Kenya. Now, if I completely took over these two nations when it comes to the tea industry, I can monopolize and everything would be sold through me. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. If you guys are interested, I could definitely do it with something. But when you do stuff like that, it will monopolize the product of what you own, and you'll be the biggest producer of it. Your nation will completely get all that money that no one else is getting, and it's all coming to you. I mean, it only benefits your country tremendously. Third in the world. It's incredible. I mean, it's pretty hard to beat, you know, like India and stuff, and China. I mean, they just mass produce everything, and one of the big reasons why they can is not because of their land. China's actually doesn't use a lot of their land, just like Russia. Russia's huge, but most of their country isn't even used because it's unusable. Same as China. But the biggest thing is with China is that they have the people. They have population. Population is so crucial. You have to have population. If you have population, you can do anything. You can create things. You could actually even hire out. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but you can actually hire out your citizens to other nations, and the other nation will pay you a yearly amount of money. So like, I think I'm in Pakistan right now, and I actually hired out some of my citizens out to Oman, because me and Oman, when I'm, and this is the Pakistan series that I'm doing, where Pakistan has a little of extra people, and I'm taking, I think I'm getting like $2 million from Oman. So since I'm actually making that much money from Oman, it completely helps. And what that will do is that it will actually help where it actually takes away your unemployment, not unemployment. Man, I can't talk today. Yeah, your unemployment rating, it will actually reduce it. You will get money, and you don't have to do any spending. So it's like a win-win for both countries. Now the people, you know, they might not be treated correctly, you know, because they have to follow in the rules of the other country that you're gonna basically lease them out to. I mean, that's basically what you're doing. You're basically selling people. But hey, you got to do what you got to do in order to fix that deficit or make a profit. Now, 3.14, so 3.1. Inflation, is it coming down? Inflation is flat rated, so we are going to do that steel deal. We are running out of steel, and I don't have it here with me right now because the contract's expired. I don't remember who I had that deal with, but we need to get steel in our country. So let's figure out who we can actually contact in order to buy some steel. 847, I think I can do better. Oman doesn't have any. North Korea, I like to work with North Korea, just because of the fact that they do have good DLC. It drops pretty significantly, but they don't actually have enough. They don't produce enough. Excuse me. Alright, let's see. Wow, that's surprising. Nigeria doesn't have any. Ooh, South Africa. Let's check that out. South Africa. Nothing. Okay. How about Portugal? I think we are in good terms with Portugal. Portugal. There we are. Do you have any steel, my friend? They do, and they have a good price. And they have a lot. Portugal is who we are going to trade with. I don't remember who I was trading with, though. Was it Greece? I think it was Greece. I think it was. But we're not in very good relations with them now. But $5.99. I think it was Greece. Was that $5.99 that we could get them at? How about Portugal again? I don't remember. Can't remember everything. Okay. So Portugal is more money. A lot more money. But there's a difference. Greece does not like us Now they were tolerant of us last time, but they don't like us today. How about Austria? Hungary might have some too. Wow, they're expensive. Let's check out Hungary. Other than that, we're gonna go to Portugal. 7:30. Portugal. Alright, my friend. I wonder if Morocco would have some. That'd be a good country to trade with. I like to work with African nations. One of the reasons why is because it is part of my it's part of my continent. So therefore, we do have a trade agreement among the African nations, and it just gives us a better price. 818. But I don't actually see anyone that actually is doing very good. And if they do have some, they don't actually have enough. Now, I've talked about the DR Congo before. I think that would be a really fun country to play. I think that would be really fun. They have tons and tons of natural resources. I think that would just be a very fun country. I've never played it, never attempted. I just think it would be absolutely phenomenally fun. I have tried to do Somalia. Very difficult. I've explained it in other videos. You guys can go back and watch them. But Somalia is very difficult. Very difficult. Myanmar, I never played. Thailand, never did. I played Vietnam. Vietnam is a lot of fun. Vietnam is a lot of fun. I really like Vietnam. Ooh, Indonesia. I bet you they have steel, but too bad they don't like us. Let's check it out though. I bet you they actually have steel. Could we get a good price? I doubt it. They are a big producer. Terrible price though. How about Denmark? Wow. I don't even know how those countries even stay in business, because they just... Oh man, too bad they don't have enough. Because I would work with Cuba, and I believe that we're actually friends. Speaking of South America, how is Venezuela? Is Venezuela good on price? Absolutely not. So let's make this deal with Portugal. We will get this deal signed in black and white. Here's steel. Oh yeah, we're gonna make a good deal, guys. Just wait and see. We will make a tremendous deal. For us, of course. So I think I will actually take another meeting with North Korea and pick up a little bit of excess that I'm not going to be able to get from this country here, because I just won't get enough. Not up to my standards, at least. So it's going to take two nations to provide me of what I'm looking for here. Now I would like to settle at 8. That is the goal. 8 is what I want, and I'm not willing to really go much more. Can I get it? I'm not sure. I got it better. I got better. Alright guys, as you've seen, I just signed that contract for steel. That is it for this video. Remember to watch my other videos of Pakistan. I will be doing Germany very soon. Keep it tuned in Kenya. Like and subscribe. See you at the next one.